Okay, welcome to our class on skincare and makeup naturally. We have a very, very special guest today, Rita Morell, who is from Young Living Corporate. She is the manager of US training and development, and she developed her passion for health and wellness at a very young age while growing up in California. After receiving her bachelor's degree in exercise and wellness, she jumped right into the direct selling industry, and she's spent over 8 years in her role supporting leaders in their businesses and wellness journeys. And Rita is also a certified holistic nutritionist, so she knows her stuff from the inside out, I'll mention. And when she's not educating or coaching, Rita loves spending her time with her 3-year-old Madeline. So we are very, very grateful to have you here today, Rita. And I'm going to spotlight you here and replace myself.
Hey, ready to go? Okay. Hi, everyone. If you just joined, I'm Rita Morell. Thank you so much for having me, Allie. And all of you, I'm so excited to teach you about skincare, about our Savvy line. We have some incredible products, and I love that you can feel good about what you're using. And let's just jump in. We have a lot to cover, so I'm not going to go over every single product in these portfolios, but we're going to cover some of the best ones, I would say, and some of the benefits, and just talk about the why. And for my brand partners, I want you to get some ideas on how you can share these products, on how you can teach your own classes. So try to take some notes if you have a notebook, and let's just jump in. We're going to start with skincare. Before I even start talking about Young Living products, I want to talk about how important it is to take care of our skin, because the skin is the largest organ in the body. So it's important that you are taking care of it and using great ingredients, because your body can be susceptible to things based on the chemicals that are in our products. We have a lot of toxic ingredients out on the market when we look at products, and sometimes they mask them and don't disclose what is in the product. So we need to be taking care of our skin. And of course, Allie mentioned I'm a holistic nutritionist. So the first tip I'm going to give for you before even starting on topical products is taking care of beauty from within. So if we're talking about nutrition, I would definitely look at what you're doing as far as diet goes, because when you're not eating a proper diet and maybe you're facing a new nutrient deficiency, or maybe you're not staying hydrated, that can cause some skin issues. I know for me, if I am on vacation and start eating out and maybe fall off my routine, I've noticed that my skin suffers. Has anyone else noticed that? Let me know in the chat if you've noticed maybe with certain with our art line, but I do want to show you this and we'll come back to it. But this is a really great visual for you to see which skincare system is right for you. So these are the 3 main ones. We just launched Balance. So this one is great for normal or combination to oily skin. I would say definitely if you have anyone in your life that is suffering with more of that oily skin, maybe the shiny T-zones, as you can see on the little chart, redness, prone to acne, blackheads, that type of thing, Balance is going to be great. Any teenagers out there, this is great. So if you're familiar with our Orange Blossom line, this is kind of what we're transitioning into. We're using some of the same ingredients like our Orange Blossom essential oil blend, but this is what I would use. Then if you're looking for brightening, Bloom is all about creating that radiant skin, any uneven skin tones, a little bit of that aging preventiveness. And this is for normal or combination to drier skin. And then lastly is renewing. So this is going to be our art line. And this is for aging, for dull skin, deeper lines and wrinkles, trying to firm the skin. So I think this is a really great visual. It doesn't necessarily have to be correlated with age. Like for me, I actually started using some of Balance to try it, and I've been loving the toner. So it's not that you can't use it if you're, maybe you're a little older and you're wanting to focus on something. If you're noticing that you're leaning towards oily, it's okay to use that line. But this is just a simple way to identify that. Is that helpful? I hope it is. For me, when I saw this, I was like, wow, this makes it a little more simple. So let's talk about, I don't have all of my art products. I do have my toner here, but art is all about, like I said, about aging. It's about bringing that radiant skin, but addressing things like fine lines, wrinkles. So I would start with the cleanser. Has anyone used the art line already? Let me know in the chat if you're using the art line. This was created to really help you nourish the skin, help it be a little more smooth, and we use some great ingredients. I'm looking at comments here. Lisa says art and bloom. Sarah loves our art line. Wonderful. So we use this unique system. The simple system is using, of course, cleanser, toner, and moisturizer. So that's kind of your simple steps. But of course, we have some other products in this line. I would start with your cleanser. So it's going to help remove dirt, remove makeup, impurities, but it's not going to be harsh and it's not going to strip the skin or alter the pH levels. So the really important thing when you're using skincare is that you want to invite moisture and invite some of those great ingredients without stripping your body's natural barrier, the moisture barrier. That's what I've seen, especially with products that target things like acne. I feel like a lot of products will, like, they feel good, but then your skin feels dry after. And we don't want that, because then your body thinks that you need more moisture and it's going to compensate and it will produce more oil. So just a little tip for you, look for those products that on your skin don't leave you feeling dry. And so I love that we use not only great ingredients, but essential oils to help kind of be like this synergistic effect. So your art cleanser is going to help purify the skin. We have oils like frankincense, sandalwood, lemon, melissa. Pay attention to what oils we use in our skincare. These are some of the best oils for skin. And we also use orchid extract in the Art Gentle Cleanser. So you're going to simply cleanse. And then I have our toner here. Has anyone used our toner? I've always loved this, but I will say I have been using our Balance toner now, and I'm a big fan. But I've been using this for a long time. You can simply put this on like a cotton swab, and this helps with pores. Toners really help to close the pores and to minimize the look of them. I also feel like it grabs any extra of that makeup or impurities. If you use a toner, you notice that. And you don't want toners to leave you dry. A lot of toners will do that, and they use alcohols. So this, you don't have to worry about that. This has peppermint, frankincense, lavender, melissa, aloe, really great ingredients, and it's non-drying. We also use green tea extract. So this is a wonderful product. Then you have your Art Light Moisturizer. So this has great ingredients, addresses those fine lines and wrinkles. You never want to skip out on your moisturizer. I know growing up, like I sometimes felt like I was a little more oily, especially in high school. And so I felt like I didn't need moisturizer. And that's a big no. You need your moisturizer. So this one has great ingredients. It uses squalene. This is an important ingredient right now in the skincare industry. So we use it from olives, and this prevents drying. We also use prickly pear extract, which is high in antioxidants. And like I talked about, you want antioxidants. Lots of skincare products are using antioxidants to help prevent damage, especially from things like the sun. So you want antioxidants. So the light moisturizer has that. And it's really going to provide lightweight moisturizer. It doesn't feel a little heavy. But if you want to go a step further and you're on the drier side, then we have our intensive moisturizer. I wish I had my sample. I have it at work. But our intensive moisturizer is geared towards those that have even more like drier skin. And you'll notice that with Bloom, we have a couple options for moisture, but moisture is very important. So this one's deeper hydration, and then it's longer lasting. It's radiant. It makes your skin feel radiant. I feel like it's pretty thick, so you don't need too much, but we use naturally derived ingredients. This is non-irritating. We use Pracaxi seed oil in this one. And this is great to help, again, the hydration, but also evening out the skin tone. So those are your key products. You can choose whichever moisturizer you'd like, but if you're more on the drier side, I would use the intensive moisturizer. Look in the comments. Kathy says, love that in the winter. I love that. It gets very dry here in Utah. It's already dry in the summer, but winters are also super dry and cold. So I always go like, I've been using the Bloom cream for my skin for the winter instead of the lotion, just because it adds a little more of that hydration and it's thicker. Kathy said, I put it in a spray bottle and spray it on and wipe off the excess. Oh, for the toner. Wonderful. So using a spray bottle is a great way to apply it. Love it. Great tips. I'd love to hear more of your tips in the comments too. Okay, and then we have Bloom. I do have my Bloom products here. So we have our cleanser, and then you have this brightening essence. We'll go through each one, lotion, and then this is our cream, which this is kind of the newer and new and improved Sheer Lame. If you're familiar with our well-loved Sheer Lame that we've used, this is kind of Sheer Lame in a more advanced formula. We revamped it. Let's talk about Bloom. So like you saw on the chart, Bloom is all about uneven skin tone and radiance and brightness. Think bright. So that's why you're going to see like brightening cleanser. And also if you have any skin spots, if you have any like sunspots, anything you're trying to address. One thing I love educating when I talk about Bloom is that when you're out in the sun, so you're going to increase the melanin production. And melanin is basically a family of polymers, and they are what give your skin that color. Maybe you see some pigmentation. It's also found in eyes and hair. So it's believed that when you're out in the sun, the production is going to increase. So you're going to get a tan, right? When you have like that melanin, sun hits, your body responds by increasing that production and you look a little darker. But over time, excess exposure in the sun can cause those sunspots, maybe hyperpigmentation, and really any dark spots. So this is great to combat that. If you're noticing that you get a lot of sunspots over the years, or if you're out in the sun a lot, this is what you'll want to use. So this is a really smooth gel. I'll show you actually, maybe you can see. So it's really nice and smooth. It has like a shimmer to it too, but I love the smell. Oh my gosh. It has beautiful oils, and we use the same oils that Gary chose for our Sheer Lame product. So we now have an essential oil, Bloom. So this is what you'll find in all of our Bloom products. It's beautiful. It has sacred frankincense, carrot seed, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, vetiver, blue cypress. So some of the best oils for skin. I feel like I need a tissue. I'm like, I got cleanser all over my hand. But yes, I just wanted to point that out, that we now have an essential oil and this is what's found. And if you don't have like our Bloom products, maybe you're living somewhere where that's not available to you, this is a great one to use in your skincare DIYs. And some of the other oils, like I mentioned, like think about what oils are in our skincare. So frankincense, carrot seed, blue tansy, royal Hawaiian sandalwood. You can use some of those oils to enhance your DIYs, your serums, and so forth. So back to our cleanser, this is a smooth texture, provides that radiant glow for your skin. We use plumeria flower extract in here. We use pracaxi seed oil, which I just mentioned in the art line as well for hydration. But I love that this does not dry out your skin when you're cleansing. So you just need a little amount, I would say the size of like a dime, and you'll just use water, lukewarm water, and it's a beautiful cleanser. So love this one. Your second step is your brightening essence. So Kathy said a pea size on face and neck. Love it. Yes, really small amount. So this is your second step of the Bloom line. This helps with dullness. It's a little bit, has a hydration to it, but you're going to notice there's some mica in here. It's sustainably sourced crystalline mica. Can you see that? It's like kind of shimmery. Hopefully the light's hitting it. It's beautiful. It almost creates this optical illusion on your skin. So you can use this by just using a small amount. I would put it on a cotton ball personally and just make sure you're using it also on your neck, like Kathy was mentioning. And it's a wonderful, wonderful product. So this helps also to restore the pH balance of your skin. It's non-drying, has this beautiful shimmer to it. And one of the most important things I like to point out, this has apple extract. This can increase hydration in skin up to 88%. So if you're looking for hydration, this is a great product. 88%, that's due to the apple extract. I wouldn't say that this helps like the other toners. I feel like they help with more of the impurities. So for this, I would make sure you're still cleansing really well. Some people will even like double cleanse, but this isn't going to be the same texture. It's a little more, I mean, I can show you too, but it's just a little, it like almost a little runny, I would say. And see how it's like almost like water. The other ones feel a little more, not like the alcohol feeling, but maybe if you use like a witch hazel, that type of consistency and feel. Carol asked Bloom Essence versus our toner. I kind of just went over that. I feel like this helps a lot more with that, the dark spots that we're trying to target. I feel like this really helps to make sure you're very cleansed, and it helps more with pores. This is more of the radiance and the glow. So any dull skins. Another cool ingredient in here is Madonna lily leaf extract. So one thing that's cool with sustainability, Young Living is all about sustainability and giving back to the earth. And one cool thing is that we take a section of this lily plant and we produce a mother cell, and we use it to produce more active cells that are in the lily plant. So it's the sustainable process. So we're kind of helping the process by producing some more of those cells in the lily plant, which is great. So again, this is about brightening the skin and preventing dark spots. I mentioned apple fruit extract. I'm trying to see if I have anything in my notes here that I missed. We use green algae extract, which promotes that hydration, and it also supports the skin microbiome. The mica is really going to help with reflecting light too. So we're moving on now. We have our brightening lotion. This is your third step. Again, I would use this or the cream. Let's start with our lotion though. So this helps hydrate the skin, and it strengthens your moisture barrier. Again, we don't want to strip that. It's going to help with that radiance. They did a study and they found that those that were using the 3 steps, including this, were seeing smoother skin and more of an even skin tone, which is really cool. So I'm going to show you, have like a little bit here. It's kind of this like yellow color, but it's really lightweight, goes right into my skin. I know, I'm like, I wish I had better lighting. But one thing for my brand partners, if you are teaching a skincare class, especially in person, or if you have this that you could sample, one of the best things you can do is a demo, but demo it on your hand or on your customer's hand, family, friends, and then have them compare. So like this hand right here is going to look a lot more drier than the one that's using this beautiful lotion. So just a tip for you, use like just a little bit and have them feel it. Like my hand, right? This hand feels amazing. This one needs some help. So do a demo if you can. This one has Palmaria palmata, which is derived from seaweed, and this combats signs of photoaging and really brightens, again, all about brightness. And then we also use this herbal blend made from plants that are found in high alpine regions. So they're used for skin brightening. Really great. And then last but not least, I would just use this if you're wanting to target more of that dry skin, any colder seasons, any drier seasons. This one is our, again, an enhanced sheer lume. It has that same color, kind of like that lotion, but it does feel thicker, especially on your face. So I would just make note of that. If you're not super dry, you will be fine with the lotion, I would say. So we still use the same oils, like I mentioned, in we call it the sheer lume brightening complex when we're talking about skincare, but this is really going to help with preventing any future damage, minimizing that. It contains antioxidants and helps with dark spots. So if you're wanting to focus on dark spots and that even skin tone, this is what you want. One added ingredient in here is plum fruit extract. This has a high vitamin C content, so it protects from environmental damage. So that's our Bloom line. I love this. Personally, I've been using our Bloom line, but like I said, I'm starting to use the Balance toner and it's amazing. What was the small boy? Oh, the small bottle I was holding was this Bloom essential oil. So this is the essential oils that are in this cream. So we call it the Sheer Lume Brightening Complex. So these are the oils that Gary picked, like carrot seed, frankincense, sandalwood, Davana, some really great oils. And it smells amazing. Oh my goodness. Does anyone smell this already? This is one of the best you can use for your skin DIYs. We learning anything yet? You guys with me? We're breezing through here. So last but not least of our main skincare lines, we're going to talk about balance. I actually wanted to share some slides. I am working on getting you guys, not just you, the whole Young Living community, slides on the digital library so that you can use them if you do want to do a virtual class. Would anyone like a slide deck on balance? This is a brand new skincare line if you missed it. I'm just looking for my slides here. And I love it. It's again it tends to be more of the oily skin, but this is an incredible line. There we go. Okay. Already went over this. Okay. So balance, look at this beautiful line. So this is a 3-part line. You have your cleanser, you have your lotion, and then you have this beautiful toner. It looks a little different. We're going to talk about why than the picture, but let's start with, here's just a little kind of intro, but why was this created? This is to help with hydration and with removing excess oil, again, for those that have maybe more of that oily skin without stripping the skin. Very simple steps. And we're going to start with our cleanser. So our cleanser is this beautiful foaming gel, and you just need a little amount, but it's going to deep clean, help with preventing clogged pores and future breakouts. And these are claims that you guys can share. If you notice on the website, you're going to see a lot of really great claims with this product line, but we use some gentle surfactants, we use skin conditioning agents, and we have this blend of copaiba. Who loves copaiba? Oh my goodness. Is copaiba, andiroba, and acai oils, which you'll find in Brazil, really kind of exotic ingredients on this one. And then this, again, gently cleanses without stripping the moisture barrier. And you'll notice like we try to stick to 3 main benefits just to help you remember some of the best things about this product. That's how I like teaching, but you can still add in some other benefits when you're teaching. You'll notice like there's some more bullet points on our landing pages, but try to keep it to 3 when you're teaching. It's really pick the best things that you think this product provides. And then this is also going to moisturize for a clear complexion. We use aloe vera powder, orange peel extract, and then our orange blossom flower extract. So really, really easy to use. Directions here, small amounts. You're going to rinse and pat dry. People ask how much to use. This is more of a quarter size. So it's really easy. And that's your first step. And as I'm talking about your steps here, I would say in the morning, your skincare routine is going to be, I would say it's more simple. I always do more of this cleansing and moisturizing. And then at night, I'm going to leave that for more of the treatments, for serums, I don't do toners in the morning. So you're going to have a more lengthy routine at night. And then here is our toner. So you'll notice it's kind of split into 2. So this is the bentonite clay that goes to the bottom. And this blue color comes from malachite extract, which is high in copper. So it kind of helps prevent that damage we keep talking about from environmental stressors. But that's why it's called a dual phase toner. So all you need to do is shake it a little bit and you'll see it like mixes. So before you use it, you're going to mix it up. And then it's going to turn into that solid light blue color that I'm holding up here. So really great claim on here is that this can reduce the appearance of pores in just 15 minutes. This is due to the seawater and of course some other ingredients, but seawater is like our biggest ingredient that helps with this. And this is seawater from this, like a marine lake close to France. So it's just beautiful water. And this helps with the appearance of pores. I thought that was great. 15 minutes, is that incredible? This also helps mattify the skin with, I mentioned bentonite clay. You also get this ferment extract. We want to remove oil and extra shine. And then this also helps minimize appearance of blemishes and future breakouts thanks to noni stem cells. This really helps balance the skin microbiome. I'm telling you, like, I decided to just start using the toner as I was prepping for convention, just because I didn't want to shock my, my skin on using so many different things. I'm still using some of the Bloom products, but I'm a big fan. This does not dry my skin out. I feel like my skin is looking a little more glowy and it's feeling really good. So you don't have to expect someone to use the entire line if they're not quite ready. Maybe they just try like one or two, but I am a huge fan. This is one of my favorite products that I've been using. Okay, and then how do you use it? I kind of mentioned with toners, you're going to use a cotton round. I know someone had mentioned using a spray bottle. I feel like a cotton round is pretty straightforward. So you just sweep it over. You don't need a ton. Just shake it so you get that beautiful color, and then spread it on. You're just going to use a quarter size. And then we have our lotion. Oh, this is our lotion. It's the smaller one. So this is also going to help with mattifying. This is lightweight. We don't want to use too much of a heavy consistency when we're talking about this type of skin, the normal combo to oily. So this is lightweight. It's going to help soothe the skin. We have oat kernel extract, which helps with protecting that hydration. You get this bacillus ferment. And then you get this mattifying effect with those noni stem cells again and rice starch. And then this also helps to prevent against premature aging, which I thought was interesting because this is like, if someone's really young and they're using it, they still have something to help. And we also talk about this blue light aggressors thanks to horehound extract, which I thought was really cool. Think about how many of you are using products that produce blue light. You're using smartphones, computers. It's really cool that you have some ingredients and we're thinking outside of the box to make sure we're combating some of these things. Really great product. This is going to be a small amount, nickel size, and I would use this morning and night. Again, we want moisturizer morning and night. Who's excited about this product? Oh my gosh, I feel like we need to hype it up here because it's so great. We have our lavender, patchouli, lemon, and rosemary are the oils in our well-known orange blossom blend. So these products contain this blend of oils. And you can see we're all about seed to seal. So I just put in some of the sourcing there too. Okay, I think we covered our balance lines. Let me stop sharing and look at the chat here. Lisa says, as we sit in front of all our devices, yes, we need to be combating this. Okay, so we covered skincare. How many of you feel a little more comfortable with what you should be using? I want to know in the chat, what skincare line do you feel like is best for you? Just based on those three. Let me know. And one thing to know, again, if you don't have this available, maybe you're in a different country and you don't have these available yet, you can still have some amazing experiences with using our oils. I actually brought this to show you, like I still make my own different things to supplement these, but like I have a skin serum and you can pick some of the best essential oils for skin and combine it with something like jojoba oil or a great carrier oil, depending on what works for you. And you can still be using clean ingredients, right? It doesn't have to be this if you don't have, maybe you don't have the Bloom line or Balance. Okay, a lot of people using Bloom and Beauty Boost, Ali. Oh my gosh, yes. I brought this to show too. Like there's so many complementary products. I use this every night, CBD Beauty Boost. So I like mix and match. If you haven't noticed, I've talked about like a few different things I'm using. Okay. What else? Bloom and Art. Love it. Me too. I get bored. Alyssa gets bored. Yes. I really do love mixing and matching and finding like which constituents are going to work the best for me. Okay. So we talked about skincare. Again, biggest tips for you. Number one, nutrition. Work on beauty from within. If you have access to our new collagen, try to start taking that, but try to focus on nutrition and your hydration, and then pick up some products that are good for you. Some other really great products are our satin facial scrub has that peppermint in it, and it's a gentle exfoliant. You also have our charcoal bar soap in different markets. We have that, which is great for excess oil and for impurities. We have our charcoal mask, because I brought this. Lots of different products for skincare. Did I bring anything else? Everything else is for makeup, which we are going to do next. Any other questions? Okay, Lisa's using our new greens too. I love that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, let's talk about makeup here. So you're taking care of your skin, and then let's talk about makeup, because most women, I would say, are using about, I saw a study and it was like 15 products daily, between eye creams, lotions, moisturizers, bronzers, foundation. There's so many products we use, which is why you need to understand the importance of clean makeup. And Savvy Minerals has some really great products within the lines. We have so many different options, and a lot of them are on sale, by the way. But our Savvy Minerals is great because you can feel good about what you're putting on your skin. So what is the why? Again, what is going in your skin? We're going to talk about the impacts chemicals have, but I wanted you to know that about the EWG estimated that about 40 nations have banned about 1,400 different chemicals from makeup and from cosmetics because they're harmful for our bodies. And I think a lot of people don't know that, to be honest. I think it's our job to educate, but what you put on your skin matters. And so that's why the US hasn't caught up as much. I think some companies are starting to come out with clean, but some countries have banned products. You cannot create a product with certain ingredients. And so that's where we can improve on, I would say. So let's talk about some of the chemicals that you're going to find. These are some of the common toxins found in makeup. You're going to see parabens, phthalates, talc, formaldehyde, nanoparticles. Nanoparticles are really small, and so that they can penetrate into your skin. And so when these toxins hit your skin and go into your system, they can cause some issues. So they can wreak havoc on your body, and especially your endocrine system. So if, I know like this is something where we don't really tie this into like our specific products, but I've known that when people have any problems with hormones, or even like I've had a few friends that they can't get pregnant. And so one of the things that they go when they're consulted, and they're told to stop using a lot of chemicals in their products, in their personal care products and cosmetics. So it is something to look out for, because after a while, these things can cause some issues. So I just wanted to put this up for you. Endocrine disrupting chemicals. These are compounds that are going to alter, again, hormones, your homeostasis of your body. And so it makes it really hard for your body to function normally and to communicate between all of your different organs in this environment when your chemicals are disrupting especially your endocrine system. Now, one of the things I always mention when I'm talking about clean living and using toxins is this idea of bioaccumulation, because a lot of times when we're sharing, someone will say, okay, it's just a few ingredients, it's not a big deal. Or, I only use this product like once a day, it's fine. But over time, you look at how many different products we're using, like I mentioned, maybe about 15 a day, it's going to accumulate over time. So it's not just a little bit of the parabens in your shampoo and a little bit of the synthetic fragrances in your body lotion. Over time, it's not a little bit. It's this continuous exposure, and it's going to lead into buildup. And it's one of those things where you're not fine, but you don't notice that until maybe years later. So someone can feel like the products are okay, but then years later they're see that bioaccumulation. So that's something that I recommend pointing out if you're a brand partner and you're teaching. This is a huge one. So you can feel good about Savvy Minerals because this is formulated without talc, bismuth, parabens, phthalates, petrochemicals, synthetic fragrances. You can feel good about this. We were really intentional with what we use in these products. And also we're cruelty free. We don't test on animals. We use different natural ingredients, including some natural minerals. These are actually effective. I've loved hearing your stories on what you love and what's been effective for you. So I love that this is long lasting wear, it's high quality, and this is primarily vegan too. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our makeup line here. I brought something to show you just in case you haven't seen our makeup. Has anyone already used, actually, I want to know what's your favorite Savvy Minerals product if you're already using Savvy Minerals. And we have some different options. So we've always had our powders, right? But we launched our liquid foundations too. And we have a color matching tool online. Let me share. I will show you real quick. Allie, do you want me to show the, like actually how to match? If you want to unmute or tell me in the chat. Or I can just share my screen to show them how to get there.
Yes, please show that. Thank you.
Okay, so one thing you can do if you're not quite sure, so foundation, after you do your skincare, obviously you want to use some foundation. I love that this is pretty and gives you this nice like dewy finish and it doesn't feel cakey or thick, but we can talk about that in a second. I just wanted to show you how you would find your color here. So we have different options. We have 19 different shades. And we have this new tool. So you just go to shade match. And then it's going to ask you to agree to this privacy policy. And then we're going to hope this works. You need to have some good lighting. And hopefully this, at least you know how to get there. But I would make sure you have good lighting. Can everyone see that? It's going to tell you, like right now, I need to increase light. And we're gonna, I did it this morning. Here we go. We're almost there. This is probably really fun to watch, actually. Oh, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay. I had it. Okay. Here we go. They matched me with W4. I think this can vary quite a bit, but just wanted to show you that. We renamed them, but I also can go with like the W8, which is like a sand beige. I also can do a natural beige. I've actually mixed different colors just to get a better shade. I feel like my skin changes, especially in the summer. So I just wanted to show you that tool. Hopefully that was entertaining to you because that was hard to get lighting. Okay, so what is really cool about this is you can use a brush or a sponge. So how many of you have used like a blending sponge before? I don't have my sponge with me. Has anyone used like the sponge where you get it wet and then it expands a little bit and you like dab it on? So you can use that. Our liquid foundation brush has some coarse, like thicker bristles, so you can use the brush as well. But I've used both. I actually tend to use the sponge more. Carol says sponge. Oh, and then one other thing I wanted to share with you. So this, and Allie, I'll just put this in the chat, but this is a really cool graphic we made when we launched our foundation. And these are some of the key benefits of it. So if you guys want to use this on social media, I'll just pop it in the chat for you. But here's some really great things about our foundation. So it's creamy and lightweight. You have nourishing avocado and sunflower seed oils. This is made with sacred sandalwood essential oil. We also use that mica I talked about. We use the mica in our mineral essence. This is for medium to full coverage. And one of the best things about the formula is that it has these what we call self-smoothing plant-based polymers. So these are really great for skin conditioning and it almost provides this protective layer. I feel like it helps my skin feel hydrated too. And this is vegan friendly and cruelty free. So this is a great graphic so that you can share with your friends and family. And it's like a easy at a glance thing to share. You guys like that? I'm gonna pop it in there in a second here. Let's see if I can. Okay, I will do it in a second. But along with that, we also have these really nice creamy concealers that also use the plant-based polymers. Does anyone use their concealers? So once you have your foundation, I do it after foundation. And I like doing a lighter one for under my eyes. And this one is light one. So I do light one or light two, and it just has this like nice little brush here. And I'll do like a couple dots, maybe a little bit higher. You can even, if you're trying to contour, you can do like a little on your nose. But these have the self-smoothing plant polymers as well. It has avocado oil. It also has tea tree oil. So if you're doing a spot treatment, tea tree is great for doing the spot treatment. So we have tea tree and manuka oils in here. Wonderful. And then you can go with something darker for spot treatments. So I go lighter and then darker on spot treatment. So we have concealers and lots of other products here. This is another thing I love spraying. I have like with brushes, I'll just like spray it and get it a little wet before doing something like a powder. So that's something. I also brought this to show you. If you have our hydrosol, that's something you can use also for your brushes as you're applying. Some of these powders are pretty loose, so that's what I use. I also am wearing on my eyes, if you can see, I'm using our Golden Hour eyeshadow palette. So we have these beautiful colors, perfect for summer, but we have so many different eyeshadows, and I love that I can feel good about, especially what's close to my eyes. So what else do I have here? I use, this one's dark 3. I can use any of the darks really for contouring, but this is what I'll just do. Like, I usually use like a thicker brush and use the powder, and I'll do it like on my cheeks. You can do it like right here on your forehead. A lot of makeup artists will recommend like a 3. So it's doing like this and then a little bit under. If you're trying to define, maybe you're going out on a date, you can do like a little bit of a 3 here. You can do it on the edge of your nose. So just some tips for you. We also have mascaras. I'll show you one here that did not take out of my box. But this one, I'll show you the brush here. Has this like nice little brush here. So it gets into the lashes really nice here. And we have lavender oil. So we have so many options. And then one of my favorite things to use, especially if I'm going for like a no makeup look, like I love our lip glosses and our lipsticks. And they also have, so that tool we use for foundations, we have for our lipsticks as well. But I love using something that will add like a nude color or something really simple. This one is Daydream. So it's like this beautiful light pink. I'm wearing, this is the one I put on, I Dare You. So it's like, has this like red tint. It's like shimmering, but it's really pretty, right? It's like has a little bit of a redness. And then if I feel like it's too much color, sometimes I'll put, this one is Embrace on top, and it kind of mutes it out a little bit. It does add some shine, but it makes it like more of a lighter pink. So I love this one. I also love this one is Abundant. So beautiful colors, so many different colors you can choose from. Who loves our Savvy line? I covered quite a few products in here. I also use the multitasker for, I literally don't even have the like Savvy logo because of how much this is used and abused. But I use it for my eyebrows. Usually I will use, I don't have this like my tiny brush, but I will use it to fill. So it's, Ali was saying, love that you can have a natural look and then amp it up. Yes, if you're going for something natural, even just using the multitasker for brows, maybe doing a little lip color and some mascara, and then I'm wearing this Summer Loved bronzer. Where is it? I'm using Summer Loved and then a little bit of Smashing blush, but I feel like it adds some shimmer, but it still looks a little like summer glow feel for summer. So, okay, Ali, I know we were going to leave time for questions. I think I covered everything that I wanted to. Obviously, we could talk about formulas and things all day, but yeah, I think I covered it.